So let us read another poem from the Pocket Rumi. This one is called Heroes. Does any artist paint for the sake of the picture itself, without the hope of offering some good? No, but for the sake of the viewers and the young, who will be drawn by it and freed from cares. Or does any potter hastily throw a pot or a bowl, without any thought of what it will hold? Does any calligrapher write for the script alone, without any regard for the reader? The external form is for the sake of something unseen, and that took shape for something else unseen. Just as the moves in a game of chess reveal the results of each move in what follows. They make one move to conceal another move, and that for something else, and so on and on. So, move on, aware of reasons within reasons, one move after another to checkmate. One step is for the sake of another, like the rungs of a ladder to reach the roof. The hunger for food produces the vital fluid of procreation, and the light is in the parent's eyes. Someone with dulled vision sees no further than this. Their intelligence has no movement, it vegetates. Whether a plant is summoned or not, it stays planted within the soil. Don't be conceived if the wind bends it. Its head says, we obey the zephyr's request, while its feet say, leave us alone. Since they do not know how to move, they advance on trust like the blind. Consider what acting on trust means in a war. It's like a gambler trusting the throw of the dice. But if someone's insight is unfrozen, it penetrates the veil. They see with their own eye in the present what will come to pass in 10 years' time. In the same way, everyone perceives the invisible future, whether good or bad, according to the measure of its insight. Whether the barriers in front and behind are removed, the eye penetrates and reads the tablet of the unseen. When they look back to the origin of existence, the beginning and all past display themselves, including the argument between the angels of earth and the divine majesty, their resistance to recognizing our father Adam as God's steward. And when he casts his eye forward, he sees all that will come to pass until the gathering. Therefore they see back to the root of the root and forward to the day of decision. Anyone to the degree of their enlightenment sees as much as they have polished of themselves. The more they polish, the more they see, the more visible do the forms become. If you say purity is by the grace of God, then success in polishing is also through that generosity. That work and prayer is in proportion to the yearning. People have nothing but what they have striven for. God alone is the giver of aspiration. No rough brute aspires to kingliness. Nor does God's gift of good fortune preclude one's own consent and will and choice. But when he brings trouble upon some ill-fated person, they ungratefully pack off in flight. Whereas when God brings trouble upon a blessed person, it just draws them nearer to God. In battle, the cowardly, from fear of their lives, have chosen their means of escape. but heroes are borne forward by their fear and pain. From fear too, the weak soul dies within itself. Tribulation and fear for one's life are touchstones to distinguish the cowardly from the brave. Thank you for listening to such a wonderful poem by dear Rumi.